Insecurities about yourself. Everybody has insecurities in each room on every topic. You are not alone. Don't fully agree with the wording of this. Like, in a certain sense, everything is like this goes very deep, but everything is like probabilistic. Like, nothing is 0 or 1. It's always a range in between. So in a sense, everybody has insecurities, but in general, if you make a cutoff of the of the probabilistic percentage, you can say you're not insecure about everything. I would say I'm not insecure about the person I'm trying to be, or that I'm not insecure about the way I look right now. People can say mean things to me. I would not really care about it at this point, I think. So you're definitely not alone, but I think it's not in each room on every topic for me. Why you have it? Why you have it? Not necessarily. Just do it and forget it. It's an exercise. Noticing what your insecurity is a bigger step. Then work on it. Okay, I fully agree with it. So everybody has insecurities, and it's not about changing it from one day on the other day. Like, you cannot become a total different person in one day. Like, if I stop smoking, it would not mean people would stop seeing me as a smoker from one day on the other day. It's a gradual process, and the only thing you can do is indeed exercise. Do something about it. Be active and not passive. And try to push yourself into the direction you want to be. I think the greatest cliche, saying for me is that change is not a destination, it's a direction. Yeah, I said it backwards. So change is a direction, not a destination. Like, it's not gonna be, okay, I'm changing and all of a sudden I'm a total different person. No, you're growing towards another area, but you're still largely in one area. So you're like migrating from different angles towards one area, and you're trying to become this new person, but or like change a bit about yourself, but it's not like people would not know you, who you are anymore. Like, you still hold the same values, I hope, unless you were really effed up before, that you really thought from, whoa, I'm the biggest douche alive. Then I would say, like, okay, throw away your personality and become somebody else. But otherwise, everybody's gonna be a bit the same as they are and just growing towards something new. Nobody got better from uncertainties. There is no reason to feel bad about it. I get what you're saying, Bruno, but I think the wording is a bit, could be a bit more specific. I think uncertainties highlight issues that you have unconsciously or consciously. And the way I see it is that you have a problem that you have not resolved yet, and this insecurity is a kind of expression of it, you know? Like, it's saying, like, I have an addiction problem, and the expression of it, that is, I'm smoking a joint. If you just see me smoking the joint, it hints that there might be something deeper below that you're not seeing. And I feel like insecurities are in this way, like, they show you a hint of what's going on inside this person, but you don't actually know the full scope. Like, if for example, I take this wash list behavior that I had, my friends probably wouldn't know that it's an insecurity, and I didn't know either. It's an insecurity that I struggled years with. Like, I was not able to take critique, I was not able to defend myself, I would cry, whatever. All these coping mechanisms were there, were like symptoms of an underlying problem. And there is no reason to feel bad about it, but if you feel bad about it, it gives you a direction of what you can change or what you want to change. And I think feeling bad is not healthy or is not good, but it can steer you in a better direction. So I get what you're saying, but the wording should be a bit different, I think. Believe in yourself as a person and a lot of doors will open. So yeah, I think this one is a binnenkoper, how they say it, no-brainer. Like, if you're confident, if you feel like you can do it, there will be more opportunities for you. That's just how it is. Like, people like to see confidence. People like to see people excited about something, going for a change, trying to better themselves. That's also why you're probably listening to this video. Like, I might have been this kind of stoner that never did something relevant to you, but all of a sudden here I am trying to do something that you might find interesting. And it's just trying things. Be confident in what you do, and you don't know where you can end up. People will not judge you when they see you have insecurities. They understand because they have it as well. Feel about this one. I think people understand, but I also know people like to judge. Turn it how you want it. People just like to judge each other. Like, we all have this tendency to talk about something that they see is not good or they don't like. Even if it's like small, like drinking too much Coca-Cola on a day. People talk about it like, hey, this guy is drinking 6 Cokes a day. Maybe he should change it. Like, it's not good, obviously not good for his health, even though the person already know this. So I think people judge a lot, maybe not in your face, but it's just human nature, I find. And the real good people are the ones that do judge you and do hold you accountable. Because if I would be a stoner for 40 years, I hope somebody would, and if I would not be happy, I hope somebody would be like, hey, you're kind of throwing your life away, bro. You should do something about yourself. And I know people have said this before to me, and I appreciate that. But I was not at the point yet where I could receive this information and do something with it. I knew it was something I should work on, but it was something I was pushing away until it actually got too much for me, you know? Like, one day you're like, this joint is too much. Like, I was gonna do something useful today and I have not done anything. This one was too much, and that's just how it is. Charles, yes sir, thanks for joining. All insecurities stem from the same problem, inaction, is what he left with. And then he says Tesla shorts, but we have Tesla long, so don't short it. So inaction. I don't know. It's like keep chicken or the egg for me here. Inaction doesn't improve the insecurity, but I don't also think it's the cause of insecurity. I think insecurity stems from comparing yourself to somebody else or comparing yourself with a better version of you. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you already know what actions you should take. Like, you can have insecurities before you know that you have to take action to get there. You can, if you're born skinny as I am, I think I already had the insecurities before I realized I maybe could have done something about it or could have done differently. So for me, it's more chicken or the egg with that statement from you, Jesse. All right, next one from Bruno. Just accept who you are. Insecurities also can be beautiful. Try to live with it. It's hard to change. I totally agree with this one. insecurities can be beautiful, but they can also be very sad. People don't change, people run into the same mistakes like myself. It gets pretty sad pretty quickly. Like I said before, I lost a lot of money this year. I definitely don't feel beautiful about that. So for me, maybe it's not a full acceptance of what you're saying, but I get what you're meaning. But you can also be hard on yourself, I think. Try to live with it. It's the same, I think, as I said before with the demons. Oh, sorry, I have the camera disabled the whole time. The same that I have with these demons. Some things you will not be able to kick. Like, you can try the best you are to change your personality or your identity, but if it's really part of who you are, it's not gonna be changed that easily. So instead of fighting it, I would indeed try to live with it, accept it, and make it kind of part of the direction you want to go. Like, I used the example of going to the fitness and me being stoned. But there are so many examples you can give. Like, just for me, being insecure about how much training I had on the job, and I just go to the meetings knowing that they seem to think I'm the best person for that job at this moment. So even if I do something wrong, I'm always covered by they knowing who I am. So it's not that I lied about who I am or what I can do. No, I was just the best person they could find for that job. So it's just how it is. Insecurities about job, relationship, money. Accept that you will always have some insecurities and try to make the best of it now. If it will not work in the future, then you will see it on that moment. It's not good to always worry about something in the present when you can't do anything about it. The future will show you the way. Don't know about this one. I think I don't know. I'm just always using the weed addiction as the primary one because it brought a lot of insecurities, and it's definitely a very feasible one for me. So I would say with this example for me, the future will show you the way. It doesn't happen. Like, your addiction will not go away just by believing in the future. For such things, it's all about working in the present, accepting that you are this guy, accepting that you have these insecurities, and try to make the best of it now. It cannot work out in the future. It might work out, but that's not the point. The point is you doing something in the moment that you believe is better than what you could have been doing. It is true that you should not always worry about this. So even if you fuck up, even if you slip back, or even if you don't do the things you want to do to grow to be a different person, you cannot hold yourself accountable for it if you put in the effort. And even though I think anytime you put in effort, you're already changing some way. So it might not show you the results that you were expecting, or it might not be the life you were hoping it to be, but you definitely changed how you were before. And it's only up to you to be like, okay, I'm changing in a good direction, or nope, I should adjust my direction a bit more. So yeah, I think for me, that's my thoughts about the things you wrote, Bruno. It's very good, but I don't think it has to be more nuanced and more. Yeah, some things I also just don't agree with. But yeah, everybody has their own opinion. So maybe for you it was similar, more in this way. For me, it feels a bit different. But thank you for the questions. I really liked